Hello everyone, my nerds and nerdettes. Welcome back to the MCRU with Phase 3 Part 2. And we're starting with Daredevil, Season 2. So the main cast is Charlie Cox as Daredevil, Eldon Henson as Foggy, Deborah Ann Wolfe as Karen, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, Rosario Dawson as Claire Temple, and Bill Scarjo as the Muse, who will be like the main physical threat. So the main plot is Daredevil will try to stop the villain Muse from killing Kingpin. Muse would lose and be sent to the Ravencroft Penitentiary. That's it. It's just Daredevil trying to stop Muse from killing Kingpin and a bunch of other people. He mostly fails, and Kingpin will be one of the survivors and get away. The next movie will be Iron Man: Armor Wars. So the main villains will be Crimson Dynamo and Whiplash. For the cast, it's Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. The other cast is staying the same not the MCU of the past. Sorry, I copied a page and just edited it a little bit. Sorry. But yeah, it's the same, and Mark Ruffalo as Happy Hogan, Don Cheadle as Rhodey, and Gwen Paltrow as Pepper. But for the villains, it's Gil Birmingham as Crimson Dynamo, and Jared Leto as Whiplash. Don't judge me. I want this. I'm okay with. The main plot is that Iron Man, Pepper, and Rhodey would deal with Whiplash and Crimson Dynamo, who will be a father and son criminal duo who stole Stark tech. Dynamo and Whiplash would make their suits with the tech and are now it's supposed to be committing, not vomiting. Committing crimes to get monies so they can stop living in poverty. It would end with Crimson Dynamo and Whiplash being arrested and taken to the Raft. Ooh, the Raft. Wonder what that's going to end up going to. The next project will be Hawkeye, World's Greatest Archer. For the cast, it's Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. He would still wear this suit. Linda Cardellini as Linda, Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. And the main plot is Hawkeye and Mockingbird would team up with a kid named Kate Bishop to stop the tracksuit mafia from invading and stealing tech from the new government space exploration division known as SWORD. William Lopez would be the leader of the tracksuit mafia and would be killed by Mockingbird. Hawkeye would be dealing with the fact that he feels useless on the Avengers after the Annihilation Wave, and it would be resolved by the end as he takes Kate Bishop under his wing. Yeah, first off, William Lopez, I wonder what that's gonna tease. He's killed by Mockingbird. Wonder what that's gonna tease. And yeah, Hawkeye, just so you know, joined the Avengers after the Annihilation Wave. And he's been doing missions for them as feel like he's useless and doesn't belong, and that'd be the main driving point for him. And he takes Kate Bishop under his wing at the end, who has helped them, and he takes them under his wing. Yeah. The next movie is The Incredible Hulks. The cast is Edward Norton as Hulk, Aubrey Plaza as Jennifer Walters, Leonard Sampson as Doc Samson, Stephen Young as Amadeus Cho, Claudia Kim as Helen Cho, Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, Jack Quaid as the leader, and Eric Bana as Maestro. Because remember, the past Marvel movies before the MCU still happen, and yeah, so this is going to be like a tease of what happened in that universe. But yeah, the main plot, Hulk works with Amadeus with Jennifer to build a device powered by gamma radiation. When it malfunctions and Hulk's blood gets in Amadeus's and Jennifer's blood, and it turns them into Hulks during the explosion. And during that explosion, Helen Cho dies. So that's something for Amadeus to get through, and obviously Jennifer is going to be going for the thing that she went through, She-Hulk, not wanting to be a superhero, but has to because she's a Hulk now. But yeah. Anyway, and the reason why I did blood getting into not only Jennifer's but Amadeus's because I don't know much about Amadeus Cho, honestly. I don't know much about him, so I went with this. That's what. Anyway, General Thunderbolt Ross also turns himself into a Hulk, into Red Hulk, and after like fighting the Hulks in like the first act, he teams up with the Leader, who, surprise, surprise, has turned himself into a Hulk, just like Red Hulk. But instead of making him like Hulk, he edited it. He like messed with it and turned himself into the Leader. Anyway, they would create a multiversal communication device and meet Maestro, who takes over and almost kills the Leader. Ross gets the help of Hulk, She-Hulk, and Amadeus, and they would all work together to defeat Maestro. They all create a team known as Smash. That's right. Red Hulk becomes a hero in the second Hulk movie. But yeah. The next movie will be X-Men, Days of Apocalypse. The cast is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Henry Cavill as Cyclops, Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, Lupita Nyong'o as Storm, Donald Glover as Beast, Jessica Chastain as Jean Grey, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Havoc, Zoe Kravitz as Kitty Pryde, Clellie Berglund as Rogue, Rami Malek as Nightcrawler, Brandon Flynn as Angel, Ian McKellen as Magneto, Helena Matson as Emma Frost, Josh Brolin as Cable, Michael J. White as Bishop, and Ben Affleck as Apocalypse. Alright, you got all that? Alright, the main plot. Yeah, this is a lot. Oh, God. The X-Men will be visited by Bishop and Cable, who are from the future, and they are here to warn them of Apocalypse. They would explain that Apocalypse awakens today, and he will rise to power with his Horsemen of Apocalypse. They would all confront Apocalypse in Egypt, where he convinces Havoc and Angel to become his Horsemen of Death and Famine. Havoc is death, Angel's famine. Apocalypse would escape and would then go on to recruit Magneto as the Horseman of War and Emma Frost as the Horseman of Conquest. The X-Men would track down a runaway known as Anna Marie in the first act, by the way, who has the power to absorb other mutants' powers, as she would become Rogue. Rogue and Jean Grey would work together to defeat Apocalypse, and Jean would unlock a mysterious firepower inside of her. Bishop would join the X-Men, while Cable would go to a bar to explore the new timeline and make sure it stays safe. Yeah. There's going to be 3 parts to this, and here's the next movie. And peace.